This is Henos' Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping the foot on the what? On the next. We keeping the foot on the what? On the next. Let's get on to it, man. Mamba for life, dog. Let me say it again. Mamba for life. Errol the True Spence. I done told y'all guys, man. Now we have to graduate. He got AARP retirement Pac-Man style ducking him. Not but 5 times. Let me say it again. But 5 times, man. Let's recap the 5 times that Errol the True Spence made AARP retirement Pac-Man style ducking. The first time, when Errol the True Spence called his ass out in the ring, Manny Pacquiao thought that the Uber, the Lyft, and the hold up, hey, taxi Tijuana cab driver fighter, i.e. Little Mikey. You know, like the Mexican community fan, they say, hey, Little Mikey Garcia, the human pinata, that was concussed for 26 days, pissing amber, couldn't even bang his damn chick. Damn, Errol the True Spence, why you did that man like that, dog? Let me say it again. The dude was concussed for 26 days, dog, pissing amber, dog. Couldn't even bang his chick. Damn, Errol the True Spence, dog. Why you did that man like that, dog? The truth of the fact of the matter is this, y'all. So rehear me. Wow. Manny Pacquiao is always looking to fight the weakest link. This is the dichotomy that he shares with the likes of a Canelo Alvarez. Let me say it again. This is the dichotomy that he shares with the likes of a Canelo Alvarez. They're always looking for that cherry picking. They're always looking for that wounded animal. They're always looking for these clauses that gives them the distinction so that they can take an advantage. He knew that Mikey Garcia was 2 weight classes below. Now, I know some people want to say, well, correction, Mikey Garcia fought Errol the True Spence. When he fought him, he was 1 weight class above because they're thinking about the Robert Easter fight. But here's the thing. We got to rewind that and let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. So rehear me. Well, when they say 1 weight class, they talk about Robert Garcia. But you have to look at the cold-hearted, the unadulterated, the cutthroat true tender fashion. You have to look at how many fights he was fighting at 135 as opposed to the 140. And what we see is that there was more fights up to date that he fought at 135. So he was 2 weight classes below, not 1 weight class. Now, we get it. He's had some fights where he's tinkered at 140, but he was really a 135 pounder. So Manny Pacquiao, the Uber, the Lyft, and the hold up. Hey, taxi. The taxi Tijuana cab driver fighter and Mikey Garcia that Manny Pacquiao, AARP retirement Pac-Man style, wants to fight was because he wanted that fight. He thought Mikey Garcia was going to win. That's why he showed his rabbit ass there. And then when Errol the True Spence won, he said, bring your ass. Bring that ass so I could tax that ass, dog. Let me say it again. Bring that ass so I could tax that ass. He's ducking Errol the True Spence because he doesn't want that free smoke, man. Errol the True Spence is not only the big fish, but now Henos' Sport has to go back and correct it. Errol the True Spence is the big fish, but he's also the cold boogeyman of the welterweight division. Let me say it again. Errol the True Spence is the big fish, but he's also the cold boogeyman of the welterweight division because he has these welterweights hot and bothered like grits. He has them scared, but he also is the one that's demanding the lion's share of the welterweight division. He's the most decorated, man. He's the WBC and the new IBF welterweight champion. I told you guys, he's the rock star. When Henos' Sport deduces this stuff to you guys, and Henos' Sport Batman mode, man. And Henos' Sport tells you guys, and the Prediction King strikes again, and lays this thing out on the red carpet 6 to 12 months in advance. And y'all always late to the party. That's on y'all, man. Because Henos' Sport is always on the thumb and the needle of the damn situation. And I told you guys, man, the welterweight division moves at the thumb and the needle of a Errol the True Spence. Let me say it again. The welterweight division moves at the thumb and the needle of a Errol the True Spence. Without Errol the True Spence, the welterweight division goes from the most exciting division to the most boring. Let me say it again. The welterweight goes back from the most exciting division to the most boring. And this is what happened when he was on the temporary sabbatical. Because these welterweights act like they can't fight. They act like they can't move. They act like they can't do anything on their own volition. That they need Errol the True Spence to do all of the heavyweight lifting so that he can gird them up so that they can look like they're doing something. Manny Pacquiao, bottom line, ducked Errol the True Spence. Here's the second time he ducked him. After Errol the True Spence called him out in front of 20 plus thousand fans after he 120 to 107, he washed, double washed, and triple washed Mikey Garcia. The second variation was when Manny Pacquiao, after that period of time, knew that Errol the True Spence called him out. He brought a list of fighters that he was going to fight, and he purposefully omitted Errol the True Spence. That was another duck. Because everyone knew that Errol the True Spence called his ass out. He rode his AARP retirement Pac-Man style ass out. But Manny Pacquiao does not want that AARP Pac-Man package, man. He doesn't want to fill out his AARP card, and I understand that. Now, I know this is going to get the Pac cards hot and bothered like Rich, but when did he know the sport give a flying you-know-what about the Pac cards? Let me say it again. When did he know the sport give a flying you-know-what about the Pac cards? Here's the cold-hearted, the unadulterated, the cutthroat true tale of fashion. You have to look at the undercurrent and the undertruths that's associated behind this. This was the second time that Manny Pacquiao, AARP retirement Pac-Man style, ducked Errol the True Spence. Now let's look at the third time. The third time, Freddie Roach assessed a fight between a Errol the True Spence and a Manny Pacquiao, and he basically came to the conclusion they call him the truth because what? There's no lies in his damn fist. Let me say it again. They call him the truth because what? There's no lies in his damn fist. And he advised to Manny Pacquiao, and he made this very public because this can be quantified, calculated, and verified. He made it very public that Errol the True Spence is the young lion. You are the old wounded lion. And if you guys know anything about the Lion Kingdom, when the young lion comes of age, it's his job to take over the pride from the old lion. And that means that he has to usurp the old lion by basically making him bend the proverbial fucking knee and basically making him walk the walk of shame and get the hell out of there. Because here's the thing in the Lion Kingdom that's so cutthroat, dog. It's just like he knows the sports terminology. Cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat, true tale of fashion. Let me say it again. Cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat, true tale of fashion. The young lion lets the old lion know, I'm taking your woman. I'm going to fuck your woman. I'm taking your women. I'm going to fuck your women. I'm taking your kids. I'm going to add kids to your kids. And then I'm going to have you walk out in shame to know that I did this to you. This is how the Lion Kingdom works. Now, this is what Errol the True Spence was going to do to the Manny Pacquiao of the world. Let his ass know, you had your reign. Now it's over. I'm here. I'm the new sheriff in town. Freddie Roach understood this. So Freddie Roach was like, the young lion is going to put this old lion out of his misery. Basically, he was going to make him file his AARP retirement Pac-Man style because he's damn near at retirement age. And Freddie Roach alluded to this by saying, you know what? Manny Pacquiao's reflexes is not there. He's just old. And a fight like that will not only take a toll on him, I don't know if Manny Pacquiao is going to come out of it. Let me say it again. What I said was so deep and profound. Let me let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. Hear me? Hear me? Well, I don't know if Manny Pacquiao is going to come out of this fight, let alone how he's going to be after the fact. Because like Derek James said, you go 12 rounds with Errol the True Spence, you're not going to be the same fighter. Just ask the Uber, the Lyft, and the whole up. Hey, taxi, Tijuana cab driver fighter. Ask Lamar Peterson. Ask Chris Algieri. Ask Phil O'Greco. The list goes on and on. Ask Chris Van Heater. Have you guys heard of these guys anymore? Ask Ocampo. You're not the same after you fight Errol the True Spence. Ask Sean Porter. He's suffering bloated CTE trauma. Here's the fourth time Manny Pacquiao ducked Errol the True Spence. Manny Pacquiao's team said that Errol the True Spence is a guy who's dangerous. And Manny Pacquiao at this point wants to fight opponents that are easy fights in this stage of his career. His manager came out and said that shit. Again, quantified, calculated, and verified. Let me say it again. Quantified, calculated, and verified. This is why Manny Pacquiao ran his ass out of PBC. This is the second time that Errol the True Spence made a fighter run from PBC to go to a completely different company, dog. Let me say it again. This is the second time that Errol the True Spence ran a fighter out of their own company into another one. Manny Pacquiao realized Errol the True Spence was keeping the foot on the what? On the X. He was keeping the foot on the what? On the X. And he was applying what? That unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts his pipes. So he ran his ass over to Paradigm Sports. That was the fourth duck. Now here's the fifth and the final duck. Manny Pacquiao picks a Conor McGregor over a Errol the Truth Spence. Manny Pacquiao, you making this shit obvious. Why are you always copycatting Floyd Mayweather? Let me say it again. Why are you always copycatting Floyd Mayweather? You always taking Floyd Mayweather's leftovers, dog. You have a legitimate super WBA championship belt. Why are you fighting an MMA fighter that's masquerading as a boxer? Let me say it again. Why are you fighting an MMA fighter that's masquerading as a boxer? If you are a super champion and you beat Keith Thurman, then you need to be fighting Errol the Truth Spence. And see, what you guys are seeing in cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat, truth-teller fashion is that Manny Pacquiao has revealed to you guys as such that he is an AARP retirement Pac-Man-style fighter that's one fight away from filling his AARP card. We know what that fight is. That's a fight against Errol the Truth Spence. Listen, it's one or two things here. We in Mamba for life mentality here. Put up or freaking shut up, Manny Pacquiao. As a matter of fact, fight or damn near give your damn belt up. Because right now, it's all about undisputed at 147. And you're getting in the way of it. Because you know damn well Errol the Truth Spence will bulldoze and steamroll your ass and send your ass in the AARP retirement Pac-Man style. Let me say it again. Errol the Truth Spence will bulldoze you and steamroll your ass and send your ass into AARP retirement Pac-Man style. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated, and that's the cutthroat truth-teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the what? On the hex. I keeps the foot on the what? On the hex. This is He Knows His Sport. Checking out.